Hey, welcome to Sportsball.
Hi, Internet.
Yes, this is going to be a fun show today, as always, here on Sportsball. I'm your host, Tyler Coe, joined by...
I'm Jack Patillo.
And I am Shannon McCormick. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Hey, how's it going?
There you go.
You talking to the camera? Like, hey, camera.
Hey, camera.
How are you doing today?
Hey, number 4. Hey, camera 4.
Off to a good start. You're a regular on the show, though. You're one of the... I don't even call you a special guest, even though you're special.
Well, thank you.
Very honored to have you here today.
Me.
No, he's special and he's regular.
I'm a regular.
He's regular special.
I'm regular special. I'm a known quantity on the secret menu.
Yes. Exactly.
You've been registered by the Accords, whatever.
Exactly.
Let's talk sports.
We are going to talk sports. We're going to talk about a lot of sports today because this show, when it airs, is going to be pretty much coming out to the public on Thursday. That's New Year's Eve.
Ooh,
so we're going to do like kind of a year in review type show, which is a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun. I've done a few of these shows in my day, and we're basically going to talk about everything that goes on. And helping us out, besides me, is Cole. Of course.
Hey, it's Cole.
There he is.
Cole.
Hey, Cole.
I always forget Cole. I was getting to Cole.
He looks so sad.
It wouldn't be part of the show if I wasn't forgotten. So
Jack he will always remember you.
he will.
I will.
Me,
Thank you,
not
Jack.
so much. I try.
Got your
No,
back,
sometimes
Cole.
you forget ads too, but that's okay.
I know
true.
you're good for that because I'm a very forgetful host.
What else? How else
good.
can fans at home? Do you have to
I've
do
got
other
it
stuff?
on the paper, Jack.
You already
I've
missed
got it on the
Cole.
paper. No, I
Come on,
was
Tyler,
getting
keep
to it.
up.
See?
Literally,
Yeah, keep
it's
up.
like
See,
the
no.
second line says Cole.
I was saying the type
and
of
he
show
missed
we're
that.
doing, and then we're going to get to Cole, and it's sponsored by Laser Team the movie, which we're going to talk about later, and the RT store. And then, Jack, what does the next thing say? It says you can call or text a show at this number down below.
832-930-0896. Boom, right there.
And
Text
if you want to
tweet in.
tweet at the show, what is that?
Hashtag Sportsball.
Boom, there we
And we're
go.
watching them right
See,
here.
now we got everything done.
Fantastic. My tweets aren't loading, but I'm sure they're coming in. We're blowing up the
They're
internet.
coming in. Yes, they are.
coming in.
There's so
Jack's
many.
checking them. Cole's got them as well.
I'm watching the North Carolina Baylor game right now.
Yeah, we have live football going on all
Yeah.
day today, and we'll, I guess, keep you updated on that game if we want to.
I'll do my best. We picked it last week. That was my
We
thing.
did,
It's like we
yeah.
actually picked it last week because I knew it would start by the time we began the next episode. So let's
Spoilers.
Quick recap.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oh God, I signed out of
You
here.
signed out of it. Oh, that's
Cole
not
and
good.
Nick picked Baylor, and then John picked North Carolina, and I don't know what you and I picked because it's under the sign out thing.
I
for
picked
some-
North Carolina because
and
I can't stand
and I
Baylor.
picked Baylor, so
we
there you go.
And not the Baylor people. I like the Baylor people. It's not an indictment on you. It's just your coach. He's a rape apologist. Not a fan. Off to a good start. Let's talk about sports. So, year in review type show. We're going to go through a lot of stuff. I mean, because I want to give people an idea who have just joined the show this year and have seen us kind of come into our own. I want to show like how much sport really happens in a sports year.
Absolutely.
Like there's so much that goes on that we forget about.
2015
I mean,
was a big year.
That,
too,
it
man.
starts off with the Super Bowl. If you guys can go back that far enough,
I
like
can
all the way back,
remember the Super Bowl.
a lot has happened. So we're going to go over all of it. So
Yeah. The Black Eyed Peas were there. It
They
was
were.
great. Aaron Rodgers looked awesome.
Black Eyed Peas were not there.
Oh wait, that was
This
like
Katie's
4
Harry.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, that was a while ago.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I may be
so
off a
we're going to
little
talk
bit.
about that. We're going to have a lot of fun, but we wanted to hit a current story. You know, we kind of start off the show with that. So one of the things that's been going on is it's kind of taking over the conversation nationwide, and it's one that everybody's having a hard time figuring out where to jump in this conversation.
Is it Mike Tyson falling over on a hoverboard?
No, it is not.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It is Peyton Manning and Al Jazeera. And HGH
Jazeera.
and Al Jazeera. What
That's
did I
okay.
say?
Just Al
Jazeera.
Jazeera.
It doesn't deserve my
but
respect.
there we go.
Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't deserve me to even say its name right because I don't even know where to begin with any of this stuff.
Al Jazeera, what? They're a good. They're a good.
They're a good organization.
They're
Yeah,
a great
right.
organization. They're so
Reputable news
wonderful. I
organization.
don't care. I don't give a flying
You don't
fuck.
care about news
No.
or facts.
Jesus
Or
Christ,
anything
no.
important
I don't.
like that.
What's going to come out though is that although he has no respect for the news organization, you believe the story.
I do believe the story. I don't give a shit
on the
about you
other hand,
guys.
I don't know what to make of the story, but respect the news organization.
There you go.
We're on the
It's
opposite
the
end.
same
like-
deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got paragraphs here. You go on your rant. I want to hear this.
Well, it's not necessarily a rant. It's just kind of setting the stage for what is going to end up being one of the big stories of this year, or what's left of it, is Peyton Manning has been accused of taking HGH, being prescribed it through his wife, potentially. Either way, back in 2011 into 2012. Now, if you remember what happened to Peyton Manning in 2011.
Real quick, Cole, what is HGH?
Human growth hormone.
Thank you very much.
People that don't
Human
know,
growth
yes.
hormone.
HGH, you taste so good.
So,
All right, continue.
So
So-
Peyton, you remember, got hurt in 2011. He had to sit out that entire year, left the Colts.
Had horrible neck injury.
Had to have surgery on it.
4 surgeries.
Four
They've
neck
replaced his neck with an animal neck.
Like literally fused metal into it, like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like I'm not kidding. Like he's metal.
I think he's like Cyborg from Teen
Yeah.
Titans. He could just take his head off.
Right.
Brian
and-
Cox put all that shit, the adamantium, into him.
Exactly.
And now he's...
So we know that he leaves the Colts, which we all grew up watching him play for the Colts, and he goes to the Broncos. And what does he do for the Broncos?
grew up, but
I'm a young man.
he starts off pretty good.
He starts off pretty good. He goes to Pro Bowl, goes back to the playoffs. He's kicking ass.
He's comeback player of the year.
Yeah,
all
after
of that
neck
goes.
surgery, just like that. So I don't know. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire with a lot of these things, and it's sad to see it because you don't want it to
smoke
be your
HGH?
idols. You can't smoke it.
Oh,
It doesn't.
I'm sorry.
It won't get into your system
I got
that
confused.
way. It has to be, I believe, injected.
You think,
or
is it like
put
a
up your
bong
butt.
of HGH? You like pack it in?
You can pack it in your butt like a suppository.
Really?
No, I don't know.
Why would you
I don't
know
take
that? Why would you go
HGH.
there?
Do I look like I take HGH? I don't know what that is.
I don't
I don't
know.
have fits of rage.
That's true. All right, go ahead.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely.
Anyhow,
It's
so
terrifying.
so the story kind of it gets confusing because basically Al Jazeera has made a documentary talking about like the dirty world of like drugs rampant in sports, which we all know about. I mean, from Lance Armstrong to all the doping that goes on in the Olympics. I mean, everything. Everybody knows about doping and taking drugs that can help your performance out in the field. I mean, baseball, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was basically the 90s with like Monster Ball and everything else. So they released this documentary that alleges that Peyton Manning took this stuff back in 11, 12, and that it was sent to him through his wife,
Right.
Ashley Manning, that she was given these drugs at this place called the Geyer Institute, and then through that they would then go to Peyton's house because they live together, I suppose. Most of the time that's what happens, and then he would take the HGH, and that's how he got better. That's basically what they're saying. Okay. Except the fact that the whistleblower on this story has recanted everything he's just said on a videotape.
Now,
Peyton Manning's pissed, and he wants to sue.
Right.
But nobody's talking about Ashley Manning. So there's like a lot of moving pieces in this.
There's a whole lot of moving pieces. I mean, the guy who was the whistleblower was
He was an intern for like 3 months back in 2011.
right, but there's even now some discrepancies over when he was an intern.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say the Geyer Institute is saying no, he didn't work here in 2011. He didn't start until 2013. The guy says it now as well, but the reporter has the recording of the people saying that he did work there in 2011. It's really weird.
Really weird. It's really weird. Huffington Post, which I respect you guys because they'll write some shit about us.
Ariana, yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Ariana. Don't want to mess with her. Yeah, they're standing by the story. So is Al
Jazeera.
They're standing by it as well. And it's really
pause
interesting.
makes it sound like it's a
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, like
So-
Al Portland, yeah.
So Peyton came out and he said, I guess what most people would say, like, I'm furious. This is a bullshit report. It's garbage. I'm going to sue.
You see, my issue with this is because it has echoes of Lance Armstrong. Like there
really
are so.
does.
I mean, it's like a mirrored effect of Lance.
It has
Armstrong.
echoes for Roger Clemens and his wife for me.
Exactly. Whereas it's like, oh no, like I'm going to go after the people who said this. They're lying. They're lying.
Oh, no, it wasn't me
and-
taking
yeah.
stories. It was my wife who was injecting herself.
Yeah, and
Tina
it's just,
Clemens, I
it's
think
just
his name is?
getting.
I don't know.
It's getting shady, and it's
It is
just like,
getting shady.
I mean, it's like.
But the thing is, I think it's
don't
more
know.
of like the conversation to where do you care if somebody like that is taking a performance-enhancing drug? And I say that because we don't even know if this stuff actually enhances your performance.
It makes you heal faster.
Maybe
is the
it-
idea?
Yeah,
right?
Does
yeah,
that
That
in
it-
turn
it-
like make your performance
Right.
better? I don't really know. Are we really going to go, get up in arms about Peyton Manning recovering from neck surgery? But he did break the rules. So I don't know. It's like I don't know where you guys sit on it.
Well, there's even weirder things where HGH at the time he was alleged to have taken it. I don't even know if it was officially banned at the time that he was allegedly took it.
Which is always a story.
So
It
that
always
gets a
seems
little
to be
weird.
that. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of this, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah,
But you know who does? And like, this was the best thing. And I can't wait to talk about this guy later. Guess who came out in support of Peyton Manning?
who came out and supported Peyton Manning? Lance Armstrong?
Thomas
Tom
Edward
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
I like
What
Tom
did-
Brady.
What did Tom come out and say, Cole?
He said that Peyton Manning is his friend, and he's going to continue to support Peyton, and that he thinks that Peyton's a strong guy and can get through these kinds of situations.
Aw,
It's
well,
great.
That's
And
awful friendly.
It's not Cole, you were saying it earlier. It's kind of like if you were Bill Clinton having that happen with Monica Lewinsky, that you don't want Richard Nixon being like, I support Bill. He's always been a good guy.
This only helps Brady.
You don't want Tom Brady
at all.
Well, and then it gets weirder.
Being that guy.
Well, it gets even weirder because now he is being represented by Ari Fleischer, who is Bush's ex-press secretary, who's now has a job as a consultant in crisis management.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is 9/11 was an inside job.
I think so. Peyton Manning did 9/11. That's
exactly
what we're.
Peyton Manning can't.
We
melt
did find
steel
out on the
beams.
show jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
We both went there.
UCLA.
All right, so that's the story. That's the thing. We wanted to hit that off the top. So, what are your thoughts on that? Text into the show, tweet at us, and Cole will keep an eye on those. But I really want to get to the year that was 2015.
Real quick before we get too far away from this, someone, Nicholas on Twitter said, speaking of doping in baseball, what do you think about Bonds getting a coaching job in Miami? So is Barry Bonds coaching in Miami now?
Yeah, he is. He's back in.
Yeah,
he's a hitting coach.
Wow.
I don't know if I have that big of a deal with it. I don't.
I mean, he paid his
really
dues,
don't.
right? I mean, like all of his records got stripped and everything.
He's not going to get into the Hall of Fame, which
Yeah,
I disagree with. I think there should be a separate wing of the Hall of Fame that you have to recognize those players. Because even if you take away steroids, Barry Bonds is still one of the greatest hitters of all time. Period. Like, there's no question about it. Does he have the bigger numbers? Does he break Hank Aaron's record? Probably not. But he's still one of the better baseball players of all time. I don't really care. He wore a dress one time. He's fucking weird. He can do whatever he wants. I think that's great.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he'll be a good coach. I mean,
there's
a lot of times that those mega stars don't turn out to be that great.
Usually it's like the Mike Matheny's that will turn out to
exactly. It's the sort of mid-level players, or
Veritek
journeyman
guys.
players, the Ned Yosts. the guys
That
who
being
kinda
said, he's
kicked
been in
around for a
baseball his
while.
whole life. I mean, his father's a baseball player. He's a baseball player. He's been around baseball.
And if
his
you wanted to
entire
learn
life,
how to hit a baseball, you would probably want to learn from Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
he would know a thing or two. So
there you go.
Anyways, keep them coming on the text line and tweet us at #Sportsball. Cole, Jack, keeping an eye on those.
I'm watching it.
But let's talk about 2015 because I want to give people an idea who, like we said earlier, who have come into the show and you guys are a fan of the show and we love you so much. And a lot of you're familiar to sports. And I think that's pretty cool that we've been able to do that for a few people and you've enjoyed that ride. We like having you on it. But I wanted to tell you how big and how crazy sports can be in 1 year. 2015 was an insane year.
Yeah.
And it started off in such a crazy way. It's going to end in a crazy way. So what we're going to do is I thought that we could do something like this.
Let's do something like this.
We're going to do something fun. We're going to do something for the first time on the show. Hopefully, we'll do it a second time around where we have Sportsball Awards.
Hey!
The first annual Sportsball Awards.
First annual Sportsball Awards. You don't say first annual.
Firsts are great. Firsts are really cool. But before we get to the first annual awards, we should talk about one of the first things that Rooster Teeth has been able to do this year.
What's that?
They've made their first motion picture.
Hey!
Major motion picture that is going to be released worldwide. And so you guys need to go check it out, laserteamthemovie.com. Obviously, you've heard about Laser Team watching the show. Of course you have.
Of course you have.
What you might not know is how many screenings there are around the globe right now.
There's a lot of them.
Matt just announced yesterday, I believe, on the website that 85 new screenings have popped up that you can be a part of. I think there's over 400 requested screenings right now worldwide.
Jesus, that's awesome.
I mean, it's really cool.
That's great.
It's awesome. So you go check out the website, laserteamthemovie.com, see if there's a screening near you, and just checking out where they were. I mean, there's one close by you.
Yeah, dotting the globe.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Shannon's in it, right?
I'm in it. I have a couple of lines.
Yeah.
I'm on screen briefly. Are you in it, Jack?
I am not in it.
I thought you were. Man, I'm sorry if that's a sore spot.
No. It was a deal where the scenes they wanted to put me in, they were like, okay, we're gonna shoot this weekend, and we're gonna get you in the scene. It's like, great, I'll be in Australia because I'll be over there for a convention. They're like, okay, well, we'll do it the next weekend. Cool, I'll still be in Australia. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll figure something out. And so, anyway, maybe Laser Team 2. I can
Laser Team the Return.
I'll be the gut. That'll finally show up, and so the arms, the legs, and I'll be the gut. Okay.
Joel was in it though.
Joel's in it.
So Joel was.
He's in the trailer.
I was in it.
Were you really?
No, I was not.
I didn't think so.
But I was here for one scene that they shot here in broadcast. It was really cool.
No, yeah?
I can't give it away spoilers.
I don't know.
You haven't seen it.
It's are you talking about the local newscaster?
There was an influential Austinite who was in one of the scenes that I was a huge fan of. Have been my whole life.
Was it Jim Spencer?
It was not Jim Spencer. Oh, not to say that I don't like Jim Spencer. Who cares? Let's not talk about that. Yeah, Jim Spencer.
That's inside. It's Ron Oliveira, right? Good dude.
Oh no, not that either.
Oh really?
I would say a country music star.
Yeah. He's
okay.
up in the booth.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about.
It's really cool. So please go check that out, laserteamthemovie.com. Still plenty of screenings. Still people asking for screenings, so it's going to be exciting. And it releases January 27th, so we less than a month away. That's very
absolutely.
exciting. Really, really cool.
Yep, it's
so
gonna be fun.
let's get to the awards stuff.
Let's
This is
get to
going to
the
be
awards.
fun.
Awesome.
So
Let's do it.
We're going to use our nifty little TV guy back here, and we're going to spin some things, and we're going to do some awards that we've come up with collectively as a group.
That sounds great.
All of you guys out there, you've helped us make these awards. So we're just going to go through them. We're just going to have some fun with this and just reminisce on what was 2015. So
I got something here. Before we get started, the official
I
awards.
saw that twinkle in your eye like you wanted to
You
say
just saw something great.
So Chris in Michigan texted in from Iron Mountain saying, I hope Joel gets an award today for Bitch of the Year for constantly complaining about his fantasy team.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if
Can we hand that out?
Is that on the list?
Yeah,
we should
we
write
should.
that one in.
Wait, who
Joel
wins
was
that?
up for
Joel or
multiple
Brandon?
awards.
I'm writing
That was
this
for
down.
Joel.
Joel.
Yeah.
Okay, what is
Brandon?
Brandon?
Brandon also is big complainer as well.
Brandon is going to get some awards today, too. In fact, you guys can help us figure out what those awards are going to be. Give us some awards to give Joel and Brandon. Because
Okay.
there's just too many, like, to name. Like, Joel
Yes,
definitely
yeah.
does bitchiest whiner.
He does complain about his fantasy
whiniest
team quite a
pitcher,
bit.
Something like that. He just gets cranky a lot.
He's an old man.
He's an old man.
Yeah,
He's an old man.
If you don't get him his pudding, he gets really angry.
All right, so we're going to run through some of these awards. So you guys ready to do this?
Let's do
have
this.
some fun
Let's do
with
it.
it.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's hit the first one. Let's see what the first award is.
Oh, first award. Oh, we got the spinny thing.
The Horse's Ass Award. Oh,
Oh, the Colts trick play. I
you
love
guys
this
remember
one.
this one?
Yeah, this is seriously possibly the stupidest play ever run in the history of the NFL.
So you can
This
see
is
the
ridiculous.
two guys at the very top with no defense in front of them. You just got a center and a dude who's got to hike receiving the ball. And he actually gave him the ball.
He snapped it. And I think you're going to see head coach Chuck Pagano, he's going to be like, he mouths to his players. He's like,
You weren't supposed
why
to
did you
snap it."
He looked right here. He's like,
Is it?
he says, he's like,
What? Why?
like,
Why did you put the
why did you snap that?
sandwich
Yeah, he says,
inside
like,
the VCR?
the dumbest play ever. And like, Indianapolis, who's had like a really rough year this year.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah.
went all in to win the Super Bowl. They go get Andre Johnson. They got Frank Gore. Didn't help out their offensive line. Andrew Luck gets hurt. And they just completely shit the bed. Now, granted, they do have like a,
here he goes.
what is it, a 9% chance, Cole, that they can make it into the playoffs?
He looks so
He's like,
Yeah, I think they basically if they win this weekend, like everyone else loses, they have like the slimmest of
They have the
chances.
slimmest of
actually
Now,
winning
chances.
it.
do you really think that team that did that play is really going to make it in?
no.
Fuck no.
I don't think he
Not
made it
even
out of the
close.
stadium.
No.
So stupid. You're trying to be Belichick, and you're not Belichick.
No,
Don't
no.
try and be Belichick. You're never going to get there. All right, let's see what the next award is.
Oh, here we go.
got another one.
Oh,
You had one job award.
you had one job.
Yes.
Oh, left shark.
Left shark.
Left shark.
Now, if people don't know Left Shark, I can't help you. Come on.
It's,
Look at him go.
Yeah, there we go. He's just kind of doing whatever. Just like,
Oh, this is a phenomenon. Can we see it up close again?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
my
you
God.
You know, I forgot that was just this year.
Yeah, that
it got memed so hard
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
that it like memes like add time to things. You know, and so it feels like it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but it was this year, and
It
like
was
that
just
was
this
like
year.
the popular
Amazing.
costume. Like my goddaughter, we dressed her up as Left Shark, which is great because it's basically just like a baby who doesn't know how to
yeah,
move.
yeah, just kind of whipping their arms
Oh
around.
my gosh, that was so good. I hope we get something like that for the Super Bowl this year. I
That'd be
doubt it.
amazing.
What
Maybe
do
we
got
get
on the
maybe
text
get
line?
the Black Eyed Peas will be back. Hey, so we got Gainesville, Florida has texted in, said best hurler of all time should go to Joel.
Oh my God.
I mean,
Of
Joel
course.
clearly knows what he's doing with hurling. When are we gonna make that happen?
We're gonna make that happen. I'm not kidding. I still get emails from Ireland, and they are really wanting to know.
I like the idea that it's
Dude.
like Ireland at Ireland.ir.
Yeah,
Like,
basically, I mean-
emails you.
The most Irish people ever.
Well, I mean, Ireland is a
Ireland is
very-
emailing me.
It's a small place, so like it has one email, it has one radio station, one
Yeah.
TV network. All of them are combined.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. They
Okay,
hate us.
I'm about to check the Ireland hate
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
in.
Also,
Boy,
we just
today.
get a game update. Baylor has tied it up.
Baylor's
7-0.
tied it up.
Hey, those Bears and
We
their
need-
rapist coach.
I think Cole's got 5 microphones right now. We need to get some more over there
We
for
always
him.
need to get
Just
more.
you wait.
Get that tape recorder over
Yeah.
there. All right, let's go to the next award.
No, here we go. Next award. Oh,
Pretending Like We Care award. Who's this going to?
oh, it's American Pharaoh.
Wins a triple crown.
That's a huge deal.
That is a big deal.
right?
If you wanna
Yeah.
know-
Is this the first time since Secretariat? Is that
In
the,
77, I believe.
since
yes.
77? Right.
Yeah,
Was that
right.
Secretariat in 77? I don't know. I don't know my
It was
horse racing.
Secretariat,
Okay.
correct? Or no, was it Seattle Slew? Did Seattle Slew do it in 81?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Those are
Is it-
some famous
and see,
horses.
the
I'm
reason-
just
okay,
saying
so,
famous
like-
horses.
yeah.
I think it's great that American Pharaoh won.
Seabiscuit.
I think I wish Seabiscuit was, that was great, and Smarty Jones, I wish he had won it. I don't give a shit though.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: none of y'all do either. I'm calling out the American public.
Sports person of the year, right there.
You don't really care. It's horses. We pretend like we
The
care,
last
and then
horse to win.
nobody gives a shit.
Some
The last
people
horse
care
to win
because
Triple Crown
was
affirmed.
It was affirmed.
Affirmed
It
was the last
affirmed.
horse.
What
to
year
win
was that?
78.
78.
Oh,
78.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
it's
So we're
been
like
nearly
completely
40
off our
years.
ears since we know so much about horses.
But obviously, some people care because American Pharoah got second in Sportsman of the Year in the
Yeah.
Sports Illustrated voting.
We had
get
a
that
whole
they
thing about
care.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
We already covered it.
Yeah, we already covered it. But yeah, we act like it's a really big deal. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a horse. And he's on a track and he goes in a
It's
circle.
just a Sportsball fan on Twitter said it's Ireland at Ireland.ie. Jack.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I
right.
apologize. It was IE, not IR.
Yeah, we'll get in touch with them, of course, after this new year. All right, let's get to this next award. Beaver Beatdown.
Oh, no. Are we going to show the entire... no,
Holly
that's-
Holm, Ronda Rousey.
Dude, Amy Schumer just beat the hell
Oh
out
man.
of her. Just, look at that. You
Yeah.
didn't watch Trainwreck.
Oh, my gosh. Beaver Beatdown. That's an interesting title for that.
Yeah. Who picked that out?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I think maybe it's because she's like laying the wood, not because they both of them have.
Well, it's like they're chopping like the leg
know, the
kicks. They're like
beavers-
kicks.
beavers
And she
have the
kicked her in the
teeth,
head like it was like a 2x4 to the face.
Not like the
But it was her
furry
shin.
beavers.
No, not like
I mean,
that. Not like the Mel
beavers
Gibson
are
movie.
furry sometimes, but like the beaver teeth. Maybe that was it, like because she gave Ronda Rousey beaver teeth. So beaver beatdown.
Just keep digging that hole.
Yeah.
Not like a beaver hole, like or, no, it's a beaver den,
Den.
with all
It's
the
a
wood.
den.
Maybe
It's
that
a
was
den.
it.
It's a
As
den.
they were in the
Den, yeah.
octagon.
It's a layer.
They were in the
Yeah,
octagon,
octagon.
which is like the beaver den.
There you go.
There we go.
Of laying the wood, and then inside you got two beavers. That's what that beaver beatdown was.
So they got a rematch, right? They got a rematch coming up in June or July.
Yeah,
supposedly.
Ronda's got to like fix her face though.
She's got to.
before it's
She's got to
like-
train. She's got to go
Jesus.
be in the next Fast and Furious movie and then go fight and
Seriously.
then
Oh, man.
lose and then retire like Gina Carano did. And she's in the Deadpool movie. So that's all she does now.
Wait,
is
Ronda
act.
Rousey's in the Deadpool movie?
No, Gina Carano. She
Who's
was
that?
Gina Carano was the last like female MMA fighter that like made a big splash. And then she
Before
kinda,
Rousey.
Yeah. She was Crush on American Gladiators when they did the remake of American Gladiators. It's weird that I know this shit.
I never
but-
saw the remake.
Oh, it was okay. It wasn't as good as the old one with like laser and
No,
those
that
guys
was
in
that
the
was
crazy
nuts.
outfits.
By the way, we need to do something like that
Yeah,
for
we should.
Sportsball.
We should
Oh,
get,
man.
we get those
Yeah.
big Q-tip things.
Yeah.
Little
That's been
pallets.
on the docket. Like I want to do that for RTX. Like I've been pitching that idea.
We did just get our own awards. Somebody's awarded us something.
Oh, what do we got?
we get-
Taichi Yamamoto has awarded us Best Kickers of the Year.
Hey, thank you.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Now I don't know why you got that one.
That's
'cause you
true.
didn't make a kick.
Well, I mean, I'm just about as good as every other kicker out there. At least
That
the
is
beginning of
true.
the season. They all kind of got
That's true.
better as the season went
I
along.
wonder if a kick is going to show up in one of our highlights today.
Oh, we do.
Perhaps
sure
it might.
Are we going over that?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's
So,
go to the next
let's
one.
go to the next one.
Let's go to the next one. Oh, that boy good.
That boy, good.
Oh, Jordan Spieth.
Jordan
Spieth.
freaking Spieth.
That's
We didn't really get to talk a lot about Jordan this year. Hold on, I have to watch his shot one more time
a
because this
longhorn
shot,
right there. Longhorn.
second from the driveway or fairway, excuse
Driveway.
me.
It's on the driveway.
Sorry, I'm just like mesmerized by
Yeah,
this shot.
That shot
this
is
shot was
just insane.
unbelievable.
It's like that's like weird Minnesota Fats pool trick shot kind of.
Yeah.
It's like the hustler.
I'm gonna
Insane.
jump it over.
He would go on. That's a U.S. Open. He'd go
Did he
on to
two
win
putt
that
it right
one.
there?
No, remember Dustin Johnson missed his putt. If he had made it, they would have gone on
Okay.
to because he bogeyed that last hole. But Jordan Spieth won 2 majors this year. He won the Masters. He almost shot his age, which he's 21. That's unheard of. And then he wins the U.S. Open. He has a shot to win what I guess it used to be the British Open. Now it's just the Open. And then he almost won the PGA Championship against Jason Day. I mean, he played the best golf out of anybody of all time. Like, and the kid is not even in his prime yet. Like, I wish we got to talk about him more. We don't.
Yeah, Jordan Spieth. We should get him on the show. He's an Austin guy,
He's
right?
an Austin guy.
He's a
We'll
Longhorn.
bring him on.
Yep.
Hey, get
Yeah.
him on. We'll buy you a beer. Come on.
He's a cool dude.
Get you a peacemaker or
he's
something.
amazing. So yeah, that boy is good.
Someone else, we got Kimberly on Twitter at Bermuda Art says, best near ball shot goes to Miles.
Oh, I was here that day.
Yeah, we almost saw Miles' testicles.
His
on-
testicles, yeah, they were on the
Yeah.
show.
I'm a little salty from that episode because I had done a pretty good Putin, but then Miles came on, and that was all anybody wanted to talk about. Was,
You were a great Putin.
no, I
You
mean,
were wonderful.
I wasn't. It wasn't that. It was. I was like, oh, that's a funny bit, and then it was like instantly Miles comes on and trumps it with with his testicles.
With his balls.
I like that you said salty.
Yeah.
Like his salty balls.
Yeah.
Miles' salty balls. That was great.
Like Miles is Frankenfurter, and we almost saw his nuts closer on our show than when he did Rocky Horror Picture Show.
seriously,
How does
right?
that work out? I don't know. Jesus.
Let's see the next award. What do we got next?
Whoa.
The Ike Turner Award.
This is amazing.
Yeah, so Papelbon and Harper.
Is Ike Turner going to have to check
Oh my.
he did.
Not happy.
Remember that
Not
from last
happy.
year? Or
Teammates.
this year? Excuse me.
Teammates.
I like the photographer there with the helmet on, is looking over like, hey guys, what are you doing over there? You should be
Jonathan
friends.
Papelbon
Same
is,
team.
I mean, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
He is
such a bitch.
just one of the worst humans in Major League Baseball
And ever.
Well, I don't know about that, but just like the
qualify
attitude.
it?
Yeah, why not?
What I love,
Fuck it, throw him in there.
what I really love about that is he was the pitcher. He was brought in to close that game, and he blew the game.
Exactly.
He was riding Bryce Harper, one of the best players ever.
And is going to be one of the greatest of all time.
Of all time.
If things, keep
riding
going
this
the way
guy
they go.
for not hustling a play that was a clear out.
Coming from a guy who was such a problem in Boston, yeah, I know he won a championship there in Boston, so pipe down before all you people from South would come and be like, hey, what the fuck, man? Like, he was one of the guys that was a problem in the locker room, one of the guys drinking beer, eating chicken that everybody got pissed off about, and it clearly shows right there. Like, choking a guy, you
Yeah.
know that camera's on you. How fucking stupid
Yeah,
can you be?
that's ridiculous.
And he's gone. Bryce Harper is going to be one of the greatest of all time. Nobody will really remember you. So, on to the next award.
On to the next one. Here we go.
You senile old fuck.
And this was not Joel.
This is not Joel.
Sepp Blatter banned from football. Or soccer.
From football. Yes.
Football.
Now this guy's been in the papers headlines.
He is a
all
Persian
year
cat
long.
away from being a Bond villain.
It's
Bloomfield?
Snoke from the
Yeah,
Force
exactly.
Awakens.
Oh my gosh,
The
it's just
Emperor.
unbelievable. That guy this year. There's so many stories that we can tell about him. Just all of them end with him being a horrible human being who has basically supported slavery, bribery. What else can we throw in there? Probably murder.
And he's an Aggie
blackmailing,
fan, too.
and
It's
he's
really
an
weird.
Aggie fan. And he's an Aggie fan.
So is he officially out of
So he's
soccer now?
banned
Like,
from soccer for, I believe, it's 15 years, 8 or 15 years, one of the two. For some reason, those numbers sound really good.
Cole's
to me.
asleep over there. 8.
It's 8 years.
8 years.
Okay, so yeah, 8.
Hey, Cole.
8.
We have a game break update.
We have a game break update.
Baylor leads 14-7.
Whoa.
Oh,
Baylor
that's
taking the lead.
looks
great
like
to
I'm
hear.
winning.
Baylor
Tyler.
Bears taking the lead.
Go Baylor. Just kidding. So yeah, I mean,
All right,
Sepp Blatter
8
is a
years.
terrible person. So between the scandals with who got the World Cup bids and everything else, between the guys that were basically indicted over there, and was it Switzerland, I believe?
Yeah, where
and it's-
FIFA's headquarters are. Yeah.
his story is not yet over, and he's going to continue to do stupid things. So I can't wait to hear about that. So thank you, Sepp Blatter, for being a terrible piece of shit. All right, on to the next award.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Letdown of the century. What do we think this is going to be,
Let
boys?
down of the century. Oh yeah, this was an incredibly boring match.
Did you guys pay for this fight? Did any of you guys watch this?
I did not.
I did. I watched it with Jeff, and
But
so
it was
the two of us paid for it.
impossible to avoid. I mean,
Yeah,
they
I mean,
hyped this
everybody-
fight
yeah.
so much.
For not just like this year, but for the past 7 years, we've wanted this fight.
And what you're watching right here, make that about 30 minutes, and that's what you got.
That's all
you
you
got.
got.
30 minutes of just defense and no one really taking a
of
shot.
a hurt Pacquiao and Mayweather doing what he does best,
I think Pacquiao won
dancing
2 rounds.
around like a little pussy.
That did not live up to the
It's awful. I mean,
expectations.
we've wanted this fight forever. They were trying to make the fight happen for God knows how long, and it would be there, and then somebody would drop out, usually Floyd, because he's a pussy, like I said before, and he also beats women. He's also one of the worst people on planet Earth. So, I blame all this shit
So
on
what
him.
we're saying is we want to see him and Papelbon.
No, what I
go
want to
at it.
see, I would love to see him and Conor McGregor in the ring.
Oh,
Conor
man,
McGregor,
Conor
and him,
McGregor.
same size. He would beat the shit out of Floyd, and I think everybody would love to see that. And in fact, I don't know if we have this, but Floyd can't read because he's also an illiterate piece of shit. And 50 Cent challenged him to, oh God, it was one of the funniest tweets ever.
What did he challenge, like, $1 million
50 Cent, he's
or
like,
something?
if you can read a paragraph out of Harry Potter, I'll give $50,000 to you.
That's right.
Because Floyd can't read.
Yes.
I don't know if you go Google this, or if we can find the video real quick. I know I'm kind of springing this on the broadcast team, but he went to a radio station and they had him do liners, and it was literally like reading his own name.
Ugh.
And I am Floyd. You are listening to you're
It's like the scene in Rocky 2, where he, Rocky couldn't read either. So
There you go.
But he did stop the Cold War.
He did stop the Cold War. So here, Mike Kettle, I guess Mike Kettle on Twitter says, best knockout award goes to the water cooler. Yay!
Oh, yeah.
We have a few, though, because Odell Beckham Jr. did it, and then what's-his-face from the Pirates did it, too.
Yeah.
His was
Our water
a little
cooler,
bit,
he's
his
retired
was
right
violent.
now. He's around
He's
here
somewhere around here. We keep him hidden. We don't want him to get hit by anybody
That's
else.
true.
That was a really good
Takes
one.
a lot of shots.
All right, should we move on to the next one?
Let's do
sure,
it. What's
let's
the
go for
next
it.
one?
Let's go to it. Kill me now. I can't take any more balls.
Oh, I thought it was
I thought it was Miles.
I thought it was Miles.
All right, can we listen to this real
Between the
quick?
time that I touched it and, really till Monday morning, I had no idea what happened with the balls. And I picked the balls that I want. When I pick those balls out, I don't want anyone touching the balls after that. I don't want anyone rubbing them. I would zip those things up and lock them away until I got out on the field and had the opportunity to play with them. To me, those balls are perfect, and breaking the balls in and getting comfortable with them. I choose the balls that I want. I go in there and I choose, however many balls are necessary. When I felt them, they were perfect. I turned around in the huddle, and the ball was ready for play. One ball may feel good the next day. It may not. I think there's a lot of variables with, obviously, Mother Nature and with the balls. I grip it, and I try to throw the ball. Whatever feels good that day. I don't sit there and, try to squeeze it and determine that. I'm not squeezing the balls. That's not part of my process. I grab it, I feel the lace, I feel the leather, breaking the balls in. Of us breaking our own balls, breaking the balls in, have the balls in play that they want to use. Some guys like them round, and some guys like them thin. We'll throw the balls, and if we like a ball, then we throw it aside. Some guys like them tacky, some guys like them brand new, some guys like old balls. They're all different.
Balls.
That's
Balls.
an amazing edit.
Yeah.
That's
That was
a
all
really,
one press conference, too. Jesus Christ.
that was a really amazing edit. The audio of that, somebody's going to make a nice little animated thing that has nothing to do with Brady.
No, not at all.
Some
That
like
story,
old
if
balls.
you don't know it, you've been living under a rock, was Deflategate that started before the end of last year,
Yep.
and continued on all the way to the first week of the NFL season.
Ugh, would not end.
It would not end. And oh my God,
He got suspended.
Don't care.
And then they had no
Holy
they had
shit.
no physical proof to say it was him, and then he came back.
So
and
should we
sued
try and
the
recap?
NFL,
Okay, so Patriots play Colts. They beat the shit out of the Colts, 45-7. Brady throws a pick. Ball's a little flat. Ball taken to refs. Ball inspected. Ball has been deflated. Deflategate. Brady suspended. And then right before the NFL season starts, he's not suspended, and he plays. And that's what happened.
Yeah, and he's been pissed
And
off all
nobody
season.
gives a shit. They literally ran with that story the entire year.
So the two best things of that is one of my fantasy leagues drafted while he was still suspended. So I picked him up cheap late.
nice.
See, you were that
I was
guy
that
in my
guy.
league. Everybody did that.
Some leagues, another league they it drafted after the suspension had been lifted or whatever. So
Yeah.
people pick them high. But the other thing, again with the memes, is the first court drawing of Brady. If
Oh
you
my
remember-
God!
If you
Yes, I
remember
forgot about
the
that.
artist rendering Brady that really didn't look very much like him. Oh my God!
It was
that
basically like that painting in Italy
Italy,
where that
the-
old woman fucked with Jesus. Did that.
Yeah. It's like the smudge on
They
there.
did that to Brady, and Brady looked like, I don't know, like he had like that kid in that one movie with Cher who had the
Mask.
big head.
The
Remember that kid?
Yeah.
It's like that kid had Down.
Eric Stoltz and
that kid Down syndrome plus a stroke, and that's what Brady's face looked like.
And
before drawing.
and Tom Brady is a handsome man.
Yeah,
so,
he's a
handsome
he's
guy.
a good-looking
he,
dude.
he does male modeling on the side.
You remember, so the court artist, he did that first one, and then the second one was even worse.
Yeah, like, oh, we
Messed
fixed
it up
it.
again.
No.
That was great. Do we, there was a really good explanation for Deflategate. I don't know if we still have this video or want to play, but South Park, if you didn't see their take on what Deflategate was, they explained like all of it. Like it made sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we have that video? Do we want to play it?
Those South Park guys.
Sounds like we
are-
don't have it.
All right, let's not play
Yeah.
that then. Go watch South Park. I don't know.
Because I think our remaining award is pretty special.
Oh, yeah?
It is our last award of the show. That is what it is. All right, so this one I'm excited. We were going to have somebody come accept this award, but he's out today.
Aw.
So we'll have to give it to him in the new year. But this award is
Ooh, here we go. What could it be?
Best Fans in the World.
Best fans in the world. Hey!
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo fans.
We love you so much. Can we see that a little bit closer, though? I really want to get in there.
No.
Get it.
That face is looking at me awkwardly. A little too winky.
That was not the only thing that came out of the there was a bunch of like
that was the creme de la
lewd conduct in the stands and in the
there was
tailgating. Ooh.
There was diddle me fingers in the stands going on.
Diddle
me fingers, little shocking action.
The pirate.
The pirate, the hook.
Diddle me fingers. That's
diddle me fingers.
That's what they say, right?
And then there was cocaine done in the stands. There was all manners of like WWE wrestling going on, breaking tables, drunken fights, booting rallies. Buffalo, you were the best fans in the world. We were gonna give you like some like colored dicks.
And they're the Bills' colors.
Yeah. Rock, I know, right?
It's very well
these
done.
These are the Bills' colors, and we were gonna have somebody come out and accept these, but he's not here today. Unfortunately,
we'll give it to him next time he's here.
Maybe next time. But Buffalo, always don't stop. Always be who you are. I want to go up there now. Like I'm not kidding. Like I want to go to a fucking Bills game.
We gotta get you decked out in Bills gear.
Oh my god!
Like
I would totally go to Buffalo. Are you kidding me? It'd be
beanies.
unbelievable. It'd be imagine what I could get into.
Wrestling,
cocaine, fingering, and fucking. Like that's who doesn't want more out of a weekend,
right?
Especially
and then
Buffalo.
a football game.
That's just
Yeah, and then there's
It's like you're writing the tourism like the byline.
Come to Buffalo.
Come to Buffalo.
You can fuck outside. That's what the motto should be.
There you
in
go.
Buffalo. I love those guys. You guys are great.
First amendment.
Excellent fans, best fans.
Clearly, they're
Nobody
pretty
even got
passionate.
close.
Pretty damn passionate, I would say.
Nobody got close. Yeah, I don't know if that's not passion. Do we have that video one more time? I just want to see it one more time before 2015 ends.
Oh no,
We'll have it later.
In the
on
outro.
Just run that over the credits.
That's what we'll do.
Roll credits.
I love watching those people do that. So, anyways,
man.
yeah.
All right, so
Those are some good awards.
It was pretty good for our first annual awards. Not
I think
too bad,
so.
right?
I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to be in store for next year, but I can't tell you what's in store right now.
Oh.
And that is everybody's favorite shirt. One of the shirts I got sold out in record time. The only shirt to ever sell out in Rooster Teeth history. I don't know if that's true, but it might be. And that was the Sportsball shirt. It got sold out so fast, people just love the show so much and want it to stay around that they bought the shirt in record time. So you can do that now because the shirt is back. In store. It's not sold out anymore. So
That's
you can
awesome.
go to r2store.com. You see it right down there.
Well, that's not what it actually says, store.roosterteeth.com, but all right. Are you that blind?
Yeah, I need to get LASIK, man.
Good Lord.
really
Or
bad.
glasses.
I shouldn't drive. It's not a good.
You've been hanging out
it's
with
not
too many
good.
Bills fans.
I
So.
have, but yeah, go to the store. Check that out. You can buy all the great T-shirts, posters, socks, beanies, everything you need. Of course.
Get lots of Achievement Hunter gear,
And
no
there's
Funhaus gear.
The best thing about it, there's always new stuff.
Yep,
It's almost
yep.
like every other week there's something new deal going on, so go check it out. Go buy a Sportsball T-shirt. I know a lot of you guys have. They tweet pictures of it all the time,
yeah.
which is just great. It's awesome to know that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
They're really nice. They're like not the ringer tee. What are they called?
It's a baseball
baseball
tee.
tee.
It's
Yeah,
got the-
baseball
it's got
tee.
the colored sleeves.
That's what
Yeah.
it's got going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cole's
the-
got one on. He's not wearing our shirt, but he's got a.
But it's that,
That's
yeah.
a baseball tee
That's
style
Basically
shirt.
what it looks like.
Imagine sports ball and it's red.
There you go.
Yeah. So let's read a few texts and tweets before we go on to our next segment, which I'm very excited about because you guys made it happen. Ooh. But this guy, this is funny though. This text coming in from, of all places, Philadelphia,
Philly.
says, "I've been to Buffalo. It is a literal shithole." That's funny coming from Philly.
Oh,
But
man.
hey,
Well, he knows what shitholes look like.
he would. Yeah. It takes one to know one, right?
Yeah.
I guess so. There you go. Is Buffalo really a shithole, or are the people just shitty? It doesn't always go hand in hand.
I don't know.
It's a vicious cycle.
Julie Snowson at Julie Nelson 55 says best potato handler goes to John Reisinger.
Oh yeah, we had John on the show.
We had
Yeah.
potatoes.
He made
handle
a
his potatoes
little
very well.
phallic sculpture.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was really entertained by that. The rest of the show, not so much, but I'm really glad that we could bring that out for him. What else do we have here?
Best guest goes to Jeff Ramsey, along with a photo of him wearing all of the
the sports.
shit.
Yeah.
He's got a Celtics jersey. He's got
That
a
was pretty
Kings.
good.
Yeah,
I would say best ensemble because I want to say probably our best guest.
Oh, thank
Well,
you.
I mean, there's a few. We've had you on, which is great. We've had Ray on, which has
Yes,
been really
yes.
fun. Jeff probably
popped
had
in.
the best ensemble.
He
so.
brought
Probably the best ensemble.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He brought it.
I don't know. Your Putin was pretty great. That whole
Your
bit
Putin
was
was
hilarious.
Thank you.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
probably that was the best bit we did. Now, granted, we only did like two of them.
But up to two.
Of the two, I won.
That was
Yeah.
really
All right.
freaking good.
Slow
that was
race.
really good.
Slow race.
And we've had that was a really good one. Actually, we had Blaine, Aaron, and Josh
Yeah.
come on the show naked that one time. That was pretty fun.
Wait, what?
Remember we were talking
Did
about?
I missed that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you might have not been here for
Yeah,
that
that
one.
may have been one of the early ones I missed.
Yeah, we had some naked dudes behind us. It was
Oh,
cool.
well, that's...
Go watch Sportsball to
What?
find out which episode that was. They're everywhere on iTunes, the Rooster Teeth side, and YouTube.
All right.
All right. Any more that we want to get to before we do our next segment?
Someone says segue of the season goes to Mr. Tyler Coe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
think that's just for
You're a
everything you-
master of the segues.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Very
Thank
good.
you.
every single one.
If only
It's-
I
except
could
for
be
those-
better at everything else, but that's okay.
Seamless.
We'll start with one thing and build on that. So there you go.
Yes.
All right, what's next? What do we got
All right,
on here?
This is pretty cool. So I asked people yesterday, what were their favorite moments of 2015? What were your favorite plays? Stories. Athletes, stuff like that. And so we had a lot of response online, which is great. So what we did is we put together basically the top 10 plays. Is
Sweet.
what we stuck with. Top 10 sports ball plays chosen by you guys. So we didn't choose these. These were not by us. These are chosen by Sportsball Nation. So you guys decided what these were. We might have helped out with the rankings a little bit, just depending upon.
And they're good. I mean, this
I
is
asked you guys,
an
if you thought we got 'em.
informed audience.
And we went pretty much by how many times you asked to see a play. So there was
Yeah.
a few that were asked for pretty much every other one. There's a few that we forgot about. They're like, oh yeah, we got to throw
yeah,
that in
yeah,
there.
absolutely.
So what we're going to do right now is, this is going to be fun too. This is the first time we're doing this ever. Is we're going to do a top 10 countdown of the top 10 plays from 2015 brought to you by the Sportsball Nation. So
Awesome.
we're going to start off with number 10.
Yes.
And then we're going to work our way up. What do we got for the first one up?
Number 10.
Number 10.
Base hit.
Yes.
oh,
I think I remember this play.
Yes.
Three tonight, drove in a couple of runs.
it's amazing.
Oh, look at that.
Off his foot. Off his foot.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
And I think there's probably one more included in here because
There's another great Mets play.
we
It
had
was-
to put them in there
was
because Mets pitchers all year long were just doing it.
Cologne.
Bartolo
and
Colon.
Bartolo, who's
Oh, look how
who's-
big he is.
who's my age
go.
and twice my weight.
Behind the back.
That dude is still killing
That's
it.
just dirty.
And that was really cool. Mets obviously would go on to the World Series
They would.
to lose to a team that we'll probably get to here in a little bit.
Maybe
so
in a
we'll
little
have to
bit.
see about
I
that.
see
Number
Joel McHale pitching
9.
as well. Are playing for the Mets.
Oh, this is amazing.
Discount
Boo.
double check right here.
No time left on the clock. Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
He's calling
Rodgers.
out.
Does he have it in him?
Rogers to Rogers.
Boom.
The,
60 yards in the air. And
Got him.
wow.
amazing.
Of course it happened to Detroit. Did you think it'd go any other way?
And I love that Rogers, the tight end's dad, had been in the California band play. As
Oh, really?
Are you serious?
Yeah, he
I did
was-
not know that.
he was in that play. So
The
he,
band is on the field?
The
Are you
band is on the
kidding?
field.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't score the touchdown, but he was one of the guys who pitched the ball at one of the 13.
It was in his
yeah.
blood. It was in his blood.
It's in his blood for amazing play.
They were
That's
actually
cool.
tagging players out to
Unbelievable
get more
play.
people involved
Yeah,
with that
yeah,
play.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we've got for number 8.
Here we go. Number 8.
Oh, my boys.
Here we go, Shannon.
Here we go.
Oh,
This is just
Little
beauty.
blooper.
Magical.
oh my. That was just
That was
silly.
sick.
Backhand flip out of the glove to a bare hand. It's just
And
it's
Fonte to Escobar
it's
was
just
one
that is
of
some magical.
it was one of the best
defense.
plays of the year. And of course, I mean, that was the type of play you saw all year long because your Royals, a year removed from losing
Yep.
to the Giants in the World Series, won the World Series this year against the Mets, and it
Yep.
was unbelievable.
Yep.
Watching them, they were one of my favorite teams in the past at least decade.
Yeah,
To watch play
just
baseball.
Sick defense, and then the bats really came alive at the exact right times in the late innings and in all those games. Yeah,
And you
just
have a
amazing.
coach named Rusty Kuntz.
Kuntz.
You got a coach named Rusty Kuntz.
Straight out of Kaufman, baby.
Dude, that's awesome. That's a badass shirt. That was so cool. So yeah, had to throw in a play right there for the World Series champs. All right,
thank you.
Number 7.
Number
I think,
7.
right?
All right, what do we got for number 7?
Trying to jostle in and take
Some
it.
hockey.
Some hockey.
Oh,
Some Stanley
hockey.
Cup. What do we got here?
Oh, what is
Oh,
that?
That is.
He knocked it out of the air.
We got to see that one more
That
time.
was
And
just,
between the legs, right? It's between the legs. Doesn't it go
That was just
backwards
silly.
between the legs,
that was
midair?
Kilhorn's amazing shot in the Stanley Cup final. Now, it didn't really matter that much because Chicago would go on to just dominate. Oh, we missed the end of it. We missed the end of it. That's okay.
oh well.
It's all right.
Here we
We'll
go.
see
So
it
watch
again.
it again.
We'll
You
just
can
gotta
see
see
it
this.
batted
And-
out.
Insane.
Dude, that's out of the air backwards. Like, are you kidding me?
Man,
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
that is incredible.
That was a sick play. All right, what do we got next? What
Wait,
number?
number
we got? Number
6.
6.
Here we go. We've got
This goal.
was it Barcelona
Oh.
versus Athens?
It's Messi. It's Messi in the Copa del Rey.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
he? Dude, this guy is freaking insane. Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
calling that one of the greatest goals of all time. Struck by one of the greatest soccer players of all time.
Wow.
Unbelievable play. Of course, we had to throw that in there. But I don't know if that's going to be the only soccer
or
highlight
football,
on
as they
football.
say. Football.
But that was an unbelievable goal.
Number
What do we got for number
5. Moving on. Golden State versus New Orleans.
Golden State. Oh, this is playoffs. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. I remember
Curry.
this play. I remember this play. Of course, it's Steph. It's got to be Steph, right?
Golden State.
So he's gonna
down
make this,
3.
of course. But he doesn't.
Oh, no, he missed it.
Does he have time?
Oh,
The guys are terrible.
And
It's
he
unbelievable.
does.
The guy's insane.
good. He got leveled, too, on that shot.
And that was kind of like it. That was that opening rounds series. That, I mean, the Pelicans played them tough the entire
did.
way through, but nobody could stop Golden State. And they went on to win the NBA championship
They did
over the
indeed.
Cavs, and they just
And-
beat them on Christmas Day too.
They're looking amazing this year. Oh my
damn
goodness.
good this
Steph
year.
Curry is just changing the game of basketball. He's on another level. So that was really cool. All right, what do we got for number 4?
Number 4.
Here we go.
Yeah,
USA versus Japan.
World Cup
USA.
We're 15,
rematch.
15 minutes into the game, and it is 4 to
Oh my
nothing.
gosh.
It
Let's
was-
stick on this for a while because this was amazing. If nobody knows what this is Carly Lloyd's hat trick. You know what a hat trick is? That's 3 goals.
15 minutes into the game.
That was complete domination.
You get maybe 2 or 3 goals in an entire game during a typical
just-
football match.
That was so
Insane.
awesome. That was such a cool feeling. And and remember, this was a rematch of the World Cup
they
before
lost.
this one
That
that
they
they lost
lost.
to Japan.
Exactly. A lot of the same players facing each other
Yep.
again.
And it was Abby Wambach's last go. And this game was amazing. Carly Lloyd, that was
That's
so
pain.
freaking
Look at that.
cool.
Look, that is
And, like, when have you
pain
ever
right
seen-
there.
Existential pain.
When have you ever seen a goal scored like that in a World Cup final?
No,
I don't
you
care if
never.
it's men or women's. It
You
doesn't
don't.
matter.
It's-
Like, that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's amazing.
happen.
Amazing.
That was really cool. All right,
Number
so
3.
So number 3, what do we got? We're getting to the nitty gritty. Oh,
All right.
Oh, I think I know
Super
what this
Bowl.
is. Yeah.
Super Bowl.
right.
What do we got here?
And
Seahawks down. Jermaine Kearse. He doesn't catch that yet.
Oh, yes,
what?
he does.
That was ridiculous.
That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think when you see it slow down,
so it
it's
bounced
even
off
better.
of him like 3 times.
3 times.
Now-
Hit a foot, a knee,
Like an elbow.
an ant.
And it's just unbelievable. I mean, Seahawks are down, and they got to score quick. There's not a lot of time
and that's
left.
good defense. That's amazing
Look at that.
defense.
Now, that's
I mean,
good defense.
Off the knee.
But I'm going to
and-
wager.
Oh, off the hand, and nope, scoop it in.
I'm going to wager that the
Wow.
next play after this might be a little bit better defense. What do we have for number 2?
Here we
Wow.
go. All right, you are on the 1 yard line. You've got one of the best fullbacks in the game.
Running backs ever in Marshawn
Yeah,
Lynch.
and you
Interception. Run the fucking football!
Lost you the Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
Lost you the
Darryl
Super Bowl.
Royal, God rest his soul, said there are 3 things that can happen when you throw the football, and 2 of them are bad. Run the fucking football, you win a Super Bowl.
There you go.
You dumb birds. God, that pissed me off.
I will say that Marshawn showed a lot of class. I think being in those ads, poking
Yeah.
fun of like, no, I'll just bring it to you.
I'll just bring it to you.
Throw it to me. Throw it to me.
So good. So
right.
good. All right, so hold on.
Oh,
Before
God.
we get to number 1.
Sorry.
Let's set this up a
I
little
was
bit.
so excited to say it.
Let's set this up. I mean, so we're down to our final play. I mean, we've
Play of the
shown
year.
a lot of good ones.
Voted
Now,
by you.
that play
the
that we
audience.
just showed, that decided a Super Bowl.
Decided a Super Bowl.
And that's a rare way for that
Yep.
game to end. But I think the number 1 play we went with from this year has decided so much, might decide a championship, and was a play that statistically should never have happened.
Should never have happened.
A 0.2 chance of happening in a year where kicking has been a problem, where special teams have been a problem at the collegiate and pro level, where we've shown you so many missed kicks, so many blocked punts. We've shown you 2 kick sixes this year.
Yep.
We've shown you mixed extra points. Thanks, Texas, for that one. Really appreciate it. But this play this year defined college football, and take it away.
Here we go.
Let's listen to the
Number
call on this.
1.
Out. Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts-Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable.
He lost his
Surrender
voice.
Cobra.
That guy lost his voice in 15 seconds. So I mean, yeah, it sets up Michigan State to contend for a national championship because if they would have lost that game, they would have had 2 losses.
They would have go on to
Well,
lose to Nebraska, but they go on to beat Ohio State. They would go on to beat Iowa in the Big Ten championship.
Exactly. So,
they make their way into the
but
playoffs.
it would have changed. It would have changed the makeup of the Big Ten championship
Yes.
had Michigan State lost that game, and they had never led the entire game. The time had expired before they took the lead.
All
That was
60
done.
minutes
Yeah.
they were losing in that game.
0.2%
Amazing.
that would actually happen. happen, and we've all watched a lot of football.
Yeah.
And people that have watched a lot of football will tell you this. That's not supposed to happen. You will never see that again.
No.
You will never see that again for what was on the line for that game, a rivalry game between two potentially top 10 teams. I know Michigan wasn't really at the time. Could decide the race in the Big Ten that would decide you going to the college playoffs, to where, in my opinion, this is the same team that will beat Alabama and go on to win a national championship. It is the play of the year for sports ball. So, and I think we got that one right. I think you guys got that one right.
You guys picked a very, very
that
good,
was every other one.
Right,
and it had to be, because, that's never going to happen again. And how big. I remember watching that live, and I just could not believe that.
Amazing.
Nobody could believe that. Like, the things that could go wrong or right for Michigan in that play after muffing the punt is, one, you just catch the ball and you fall on it.
Just fall on it.
Two, you catch it, you kick it, it goes away. Or two, the other team recovers, and then you just tackle them. And none of that happens.
Absolutely.
He hit him in just the right way.
None of it.
Like, pitched it just the right way. And then they ran out of time on the run back. If any tackle could have stopped that game.
Or he steps out of bounds. Anything could have happened.
The slightest touch.
So many amazing things just fell into place just the right way that it worked out.
And it led to them going to, they won a Big Ten championship into the playoffs, which are going to happen soon. So why don't we get to that?
Yeah, real quick, I want to say, I point out Baylor is now up 21-10 over North Carolina right now.
Okay.
That might come into play a little bit on the. We're moving to the Pitlow picks. What are we doing?
We're doing Pitlow picks, man, because we got to talk about the playoffs.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Because the day this show airs on Thursday, it's playoffs.
It is playoffs.
They'll be happening.
I just want to point out right now. So last week, we had John was our special guest in the show. He sat in seat number 3.
Definitely a special guest for
John
sure.
has a very special award we can give him. If North Carolina does not win this game, which is looking like they might not win this game, he is the first ever player to go 0-5 for picks.
Oh, that's a round of applause.
So good on you, John. Good on you, John.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. I ended up going, if Baylor wins, I went 2-3. I've only picked Washington State to beat Miami, Florida. Everything else lost. Cole and Nick made the exact same picks, and you guys are both 4-0 right now, sitting with Baylor winning. So if Baylor wins, we have 2 Mr. Perfects. Cole was perfect last week, too, or the week before. So
Cole's just perfect in every way.
If Baylor wins, that means Cole went 10-0 in the last 2 rounds. So
doesn't shock me.
He can see into the future.
You can.
So let's take him to Vegas, is all I got to say. And,
by the way, Vegas is going to be interesting. I'm LSU.
Yeah, we got LSU.
Are we talking about LSU?
We got a little action going on. We got a connection out in Vegas who was helping us out with some stuff. But anyway, this week we got some bowl games. So we got the Orange, Cotton, Rose Fiesta, and Sugar Bowl all to pick. 2 of which are the actual playoff games.
Correct.
And then we got 3 other just normal bowl games going on. So we'll start from the bottom. Now we're here. And we're starting off with...
Were you doing some Drake right there?
Maybe a little bit.
All
right, so starting off with Oklahoma State versus Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl. We got number 16 Oklahoma State versus number 12 Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl. Tyler, who you got?
No, I'm going to go last.
You're going to go last.
Let's
Shannon, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I'm going to go Oklahoma State. OK State.
I'm also going to go OK State just because I got that weird Big 12 thing. So.
Sure, fair enough.
Cole, who you got? OK State versus Ole Miss.
Give me the Rebels.
Give them the Rebels. Ole Miss it is. And Tyler, who you got?
I'm going to be taking Oklahoma State. I want to take Ole Miss, but with Robert Kimdichie out, he's basically gone. He's gone on to the next level after falling out of a hotel room for smoking pot. Which, I guess, if you're a black guy smoking pot in the South, run from the cops because that's not going to end well for you. I'm taking Oklahoma State.
All right, Oklahoma State it is. All right, next up, we've got the Fiesta Bowl. We got number 8 Notre Dame versus number 7 Ohio State. I'll go ahead and say I want Notre Dame. I've liked those guys all season. They've looked amazing the entire season. Shannon, who you got? Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Man, this is the tough one.
So, we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
This is a tough one. I'm going to go with the Buckeyes. Just
Ohio
to be
State
different.
It is.
Yeah, but it's kind of a coin flip for me.
Yeah?
These two. Yeah.
All right. Colt, who you got?
Can I root for a meteor? Give me Notre Dame.
Notre Dame it is. You want a hole to open up in the earth.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, who you got?
I want an asterisk next to mine because I'm going to pick Ohio State to win this game. I think Urban's going to get him up for it, but I wonder if Ezekiel Elliott is going to be around for it because he just got cited for driving with a suspended license.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he had that alcohol issue.
Yeah, did he not know he had a suspended license or something?
Yeah, if
something
he
ridiculous?
doesn't play, that's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
But I still think Ohio State is going to win that game.
All right.
But if he doesn't play, that reneges it, and I pick Notre Dame. So that's just
all right.
So
you got an if statement there.
Yes.
That's how betting works.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Take this 100, but no, switch.
But only if this thing happens. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, next up, we got the Rose Bowl. We got Iowa versus Stanford. Number 5 Iowa versus number 6 Stanford. Got the Hawkeyes versus the Trees. Right.
them trees.
Yeah.
The
cardinal.
The cardinal.
But
they
they're
have a tree running around the sideline.
their tree is their logo, but they're the cardinal,
But
but
they're the
not
cardinal.
but
not the
in
yes.
singular.
All right, Chan, let's start with you. You got.
I mean, I got to go with the Hawkeyes. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to school there, and the best season they've ever had. I'm not super confident about it, but I got to go with the Hawkeyes.
All right.
Yep.
Cole, who you got?
Give me the Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes as well. All right. Just to be different, I'm going to go with Stanford.
Sure.
Why not? Just so we don't have everyone picking the same team.
Well, I have inside info on this game.
What is that?
So both of the teams, Iowa and Stanford, last night had a team meal. Both of them ate copious amounts of meat.
Copious amounts
Together?
of meat.
Steak, not together, but they both.
okay.
All the teams had a huge meat eating thing.
They were prepared meat from the same
like a-
facility.
Was it a trough or something? Or?
I guess that's how you put it in there. But I know this for a fact: Iowa ate more than 100 pounds more than Stanford.
All right. So
And
that means
I don't trust anybody that can't eat enough meat. And Stanford is a bunch of whatever West Coasters. Yeah. So
You know that the difference in that meat is like 2 linemen for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and I'm taking a Hawkeye lineman. I'm
There-
going. Let's
there's
go
the-
Hawkeyes.
does that not mean
Let's go
Iowa's
Kirk
going to be moving
Ferentz.
slower though? They got a lot more. They got a lot more belly to drag.
They got it.
They're
They got
young.
this, man.
They
I
got
like
that
it.
young
They
metabolism.
want it. They want
It
it.
burns right off. All right,
right
here we go.
through.
Moving to the playoffs. We're going to start off with the number 3 versus number 2 Cotton Bowl. Got Michigan State versus Alabama, and I'm thinking Alabama's taking this one. I have Alabama all the way, so I'm going with Bama on this one. Shannon, who you got? You got Bama.
I'm a Big Ten guy. I'm going to go with Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Yep.
All right, Cole.
Sparty.
Michigan State it is. And Tyler.
All right, so here's the deal with this game.
There's no asterisk on this one.
Nobody likes Alabama.
Okay.
Nobody likes you. I'm sorry, and that's not. It's not to get on you guys,
I
but
picked
nobody likes you. And just like last year, how Alabama was going to run away with the college playoffs, they were going to demolish Ohio State with the third-string quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely kill them. They didn't do that because they weren't that good. And I don't think you're that good this year either. And I think you're going up against a former coach in Mark D'Antonio, who used to coach under Nick Saban, who didn't get on that plane when Saban asked people to come with him to LSU. And there's a reason for that, because that man was waiting for this moment. They play the same brand of football, and I know you got Derrick Henry, Alabama. I think he's just amazing, but I don't think he's going to get it done against this team. I think this team has something special in them. I think that play against Michigan wasn't just a fluke. I think there was a reason. I think there's karma. I think there's destiny behind this. Michigan State is going to win this game.
All right. Michigan State it is. That was a long-winded answer. You could have just said Michigan State. That would be fine.
No.
We could have just moved on from there.
Simple no would have been.
All right, last up, we've got number 1 Clemson versus number 4 Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. I said the whole thing about Big 12. I do not like Oklahoma, so I'm going with Clemson on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Clemson as well. Yeah.
It's hard for me to root for Oklahoma, and also we beat them. So
The fact that their loss was to Texas is
I mean, it's kind of one of those deals where it's like if they win, it's like, well, we still beat them. You know, it's like they'll have that one loss of the season. It's like, yeah, that's to us. So, Cole, who you got? You got Clemson or
Boomer
Oklahoma?
Sooner.
Sorry,
Boomer Sooner.
I'm sorry, Oklahoma. Ugh.
Well, this is, if you know anything about football, folks, let me tell you. Both of these teams played in the Russell Athletic Bowl last year, so if you know anything, that means that North Carolina and Baylor, one of those two teams, or if not both, are going to go to the playoffs next year.
Clearly.
Clemson
That's how it
manhandled
works.
Oklahoma last year. This is a different Oklahoma team. This is a different Oklahoma team that lost to Texas. I think Oklahoma is going to win this game. I think he knows Clemson very well. However, I think Clemson it's going to be iffy. I think Dabo Swinney is not that great of a coach, but I do think Brett Venables, who is on that sideline, who coached under Bob Stoops, he knows Bob well. I don't know if that's going to be enough to stop the Sooners. I think the Sooners are going to be the team that gets to the national championship yet again, and then I know who's not going to win that national championship. It's
All right.
Oklahoma is going to blow it like they always do.
So you're taking Michigan State to win it all.
Michigan
Michigan
State
to win
is
it
going
all.
to be the national champion this year.
Wow. All right. Do you have a pick right now as we're sitting in the Final Four?
I actually like that Michigan State pick.
Yeah?
If just, again, Big Ten, if the Hawkeyes are going to lose to anybody, I'm happy it'll be to the eventual national champions.
And destiny and what God wants.
Exactly. Well, I don't know if God wants the Spartans to win,
That's
but
what God told me.
Nice. Cole, do you have a championship pick?
Sparty.
Sparty's going to
Sparty
take it all?
too,
All right.
man.
We got a party.
All right.
We got a little go green going on out
Hell
here.
yeah.
I have a
dude.
feeling
I
like
love
Michigan State
Michigan
fans
State.
are just going, "Fuck you, Tyler." Like they're already like just fucking starting to like boil over with hate.
My curse is not going to apply to this. Michigan State is going to beat Alabama.
Hey.
I think they're the better team.
Did you want to explain what you did to one of our fans? who was winning the Bowl Mania?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
That
yeah,
curse
yeah.
was true. So, yeah,
those are the Pitlow picks, by the way. So we're all
Pitlow
done
picks
there.
are done. So one of the cool things that we did this year is the Bowl Pick'em for all the bowl games that happened. And we made a group that a lot of you joined in on. And this was really cool. Over the weekend, one of the guys that was had an entry in our group was the #1 in the world.
Whoa.
Was top the leaderboard with 2 other guys. His name was Blitz Buddha something. It was like numbers, I can't remember. But it was Blitz Buddha, and he was #1. Picked every single game right. There's only 2 other people, so there's 3 at the time.
You need to be talking to this guy.
Well, I did. I tweeted, and I said, I think this guy rocks. He's got all the picks right. Like, I'm rooting for you to win it all. I hope I didn't jinx it, and then he lost the very next game. So, yeah, Michigan State, I probably just screwed you.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
All right, and one last thing for me. So we got fantasy football right now. So we are in the final week of fantasy football, the first ever Rooster Teeth Fantasy Football League. And as you know, myself and Bruce made it to the championship game. And so we went in. The way it works for the championship match, or the bracket, is you play 2 games and you add your totals up. And so after 1 week, Bruce and I were neck and neck across the board. His defense, though, he had the Cardinals defense, and they just lit up. And
Bruce.
so he's leading right now. It's 89 to 116. So he's got a 27-point lead on me. But I had a feeling I can catch up on that.
It's going to be tight. Your team is good. We were just looking at them earlier. Like, you got the guys, and you have to stick with them. It's just unfortunate.
It's good, and yeah, it can all depends like how it's going to go this week, but we'll see. Anyway, and then for the third place game, as you know, Tyler and Jeff ended up in the third place game, and Tyler, you put up a terrible week. So
okay, here's
after
the thing.
1 week,
I'm like an old school American, but not a racist one, but just one that like hard work and accomplishments. I don't give a fuck about third place.
Okay.
I don't care. It's first or nothing.
So
I came to win. I didn't win. I don't give a shit.
So in the consolation ladder right now, the third place game, Tyler or let's say Jeff's at 110. He had a great week. Tyler's sitting at 36.
Whoa.
So
take your
Did
third place trophy.
you have injured players on your roster?
no, he had a full team going.
Just didn't care.
So you're sitting at
My players didn't care either. Like, doesn't matter.
So you're 74 points down on Jeff. That's a hell of a spot.
I hope he doubles that and makes it even better. I don't come back out on the field for the second place thing.
You don't shake hands after
Hell
the game?
no.
Oh wow, that's
That's
sportsmanship right there.
He's got a trash can filled with bronze medals.
Just throwing those ribbons away.
Just melt 'em.
participation my ass.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for an episode of Sportsball. Before we go, though, we wanted to do something real quick. Mention a few influential sports figures, athletes that we've lost this year, because that's always worth mentioning, and because it was a really sad year. There's a lot of big deaths this year. There are every year. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. But this year, apart from a few others, one of them, and one of the reasons that I'm doing the show and that I'm here is that one of my heroes growing up, or somebody that was part of like my pop culture that was so prevalent in almost everyone in my age group, like young boys growing up playing organized sports, everybody knew who Stuart Scott was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, he was the voice that you woke up to every morning, went to bed to every single night on ESPN. He made ESPN cool. He was like the guys like Rich Eisen and Dan Patrick. Those guys, that was the best. Kenny Mayne, like that was like the primo of ESPN, because those were guys that told it to you the way it was, even though they still do the highlights and they had, toe that company line. They still told it to you the way that they thought it should be, and they made it cool. And for whatever you wanted to think of Stuart Scott in his later years, he made ESPN, he was a huge part of what ESPN is today. And he lost his longtime battle with cancer, which is just terribly sad. It's awful that had to happen. But what an inspirational figure. So here's to you, Stuart Scott, and a few others that we have, just kind of running down the list. Meadowlark Lemon, who was one of the original Globetrotters.
Yep.
I mean, my gosh,
he just
one
passed
of the best. He just passed away. WWE, Roddy Rowdy Piper, who was in It's Always Sunny a few times.
Yeah.
He passed away. Dave Henderson of the A's. Now, that guy was a baseball player.
Yeah, he just passed. Yeah.
Ernie Banks of the Cubs.
Yep, Mr.
My God,
Cub.
That guy was a legend. Yogi Berra, talk about legends, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Dean Smith, North Carolina basketball coach. Ed Sable, the creator of NFL Films.
Yeah. Huge sports entertainment figure.
Yeah.
I don't know if NFL is what it is without Ed Sable.
Yeah, I mean, just entertainment in general, sports entertainment at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy influenced so much.
He paved the way for all of it.
Absolutely.
Jerry Tarkanian, Tark the Shark, great basketball coach at UNLV. Ken Stabler,
The Snake.
He unfortunately passed away this year. Frank Gifford, the voice of your Monday nights for God knows how long. Daryl Dawkins, Moses Malone, Flip Saunders.
Yep.
That was terribly sad to see him go way too soon. All these guys. Johan Lemieux, of the All Blacks.
Yep.
He unfortunately passed away way too early I think he had barely touched 40, which is just
Yeah,
it's
and
awful.
like like a combo of Michael Jordan and Brady and Johnny
One of the
Unitas,
greatest
just the
athletes ever,
in
yeah.
that rugby
and one of the worst ones, I guess, is Lauren Hill, the high school basketball player who pretty much touched all of us with her story of having inoperable cancer to where trying to reach her goal of playing college basketball, and what her story was. She unfortunately lost her life. So all these figures, they come from all different walks of life, all different sports, and they're all that big, and they all matter
absolutely.
so much. And for people that don't think that sports is really that important or that it's just a game, you're wrong. You're flat out wrong. And just recapping this year, going over these names and moments that everybody gets to be a part of and that you remember forever, like that's how important sports are. Yep. It's not about so much the wins and losses, it's how it touches you, influences you. So, in that vein, on this last day of 2015, we're going to pour one out for our homies and toast it to all of you guys. You're the best.
Cheers.
Cheers to 15, and we will see you in the new year. Later, guys.
Thanks, Internet.
Y'all better be back this episode.
Hey, the Broncos beat the Bengals. That's all I had to say. Go to the next person already.
I'm really fucking drunk right now because the goddamn Panthers lost. God damn it! I'd just like to say that if you draw a line through Pennsylvania, about halfway through Pennsylvania, any team north of that sucks dick, i.e. Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York City, Buffalo, and all that New England garbage. Let's go Steelers, let's go Pens, let's go Bucks.